what the Nomads are doing is not that different than what the pioneers did. I think Fern's part of an American tradition.
Nomadland, a film that opens a window into the life of American nomads by following the journey of Fern through Midwest. It has made waves in film festivals and won hearts of viewers across the globe. So how does the film draw us in and make us question society and the way we live? The film opens the shutter on Fern, who's about to embark on a journey, leaving the industrial town called the Empire in her rearview mirrors. This shot is almost like waking up from a dream to see the reality of a failed industrialized capitalist structured society.
And they sometimes call you nomads or people who don't have a home.
The film challenges the idea of home. When the little girl asks Fern if she's homeless, she replies,
No, I'm not homeless. I'm just houseless. Not the same thing, right?
The van she lives in is now her home. She customizes it to fit her needs with her husband's old fishing box and her dad's plates. She lovingly calls her van the vanguard.
Oh, that is very strong. She is.
She gets protective of her van when Swanky criticizes it objectively.
Your van looks kind of ratty.
No, it doesn't. She does not. She just needs a wash.
No.
She's visibly hurt when one of the mechanics advises her to sell her van for a different vehicle when it needs expensive repairs.
A lot of people don't understand the value of that, but it's not something like we can... I live in there. It's my home.
This is beautifully foreshadowed with Angela from Amazon showing her tattoo which reads, "Home, is it just a word or something that you carry within you?" Fern now finds it difficult to sleep in what seems like a comfortable bed to us or under a roof, as she's used to sleeping in her van. She even challenges the idea of people going in debt or spending their entire life savings just to buy a house.
I wish I would have had the money in 2008 to buy everything so I could sell it now.
I don't want to disagree with you, but I have to say I do. It's strange that you encourage people to invest their whole life savings, go into debt, just to buy a house they can't afford.
Ironically, the bust of housing market is what triggered the Great Recession of 2008, aftermath of which was the shutting of mines in the Empire, which rendered her homeless along with several others. This brings her to a community of people like her.
How can I avoid the famous knock on the door? So I've developed what I call the 10 Commandments of stealth parking.
The community not only help her learn how to survive, but understand mental and emotional nourishment. She moves from a cold society to a warm place. We see an almost 2-minute long shot of Fern walking through the camp once she realizes that she's come to the right place. We experience the nomad world through Fern's eyes. This is Fern's first year on the road, so she has as many concerns as the viewers. This is especially felt in the camera work of Joshua James Richards. Fern is present in almost every scene of the film and the camera follows her closely. For example, when Dave's son comes to meet him at the wall truck, the camera follows Fern and we listen to their conversation from Fern's perspective. There are a lot of walking shots where we see Fern from a distance, but we are free to explore the surroundings. But she keeps us grounded.
You can die out here, don't you understand that? You have to take it seriously. You have to have a way to get help.
It is highlighted in the film that one can die on the road if not careful. One is required to learn how to fix their own tires and literally take care of their own shit. The nomad life seems to be working on the principle less is more. Even though there are desires, they know how to make the most of what they've got. They know how to sing, dance, and celebrate life. This makes us question the rat race and the insatiable desire to own more and more. This is especially relevant to the times we are living in, with the pandemic shaking the core of economic structure. Millions of people are losing their sources of income around the globe.
We not only accept the tyranny of the dollar, the tyranny of the marketplace, we embrace it.
The failure of capitalist society is further felt when we hear real stories told by real nomads. Be it Linda May being on the verge of suicide after the Great Recession, or another nomad whose colleague didn't even get to enjoy the sailboat he worked so hard for. She doesn't want to spend any more time doing what she doesn't want to. The director-editor Chloe Zhao keeps the camera on them, giving them the undivided attention they deserve. Hearing these stories, we realize that these people are as vast as the landscape we witnessed throughout the film.
If society was throwing us away and sending us the workhorse out to the pasture, we workhorses had to gather together and take care of each other.
We see Fern barter a hand-knit pot holder for Dave's can opener, or a sandwich for a beer from Derek. This is very different from the exchange of money for the storage space back in the Empire, or the promise to pay her sister back for the money she borrowed. She even paints Swanky's van for helping her out with her flat tire.
I need work. I like work.
I'm not sure exactly what you would be eligible for.
She is told she is not eligible for employment by the structured society, even after her working her entire life in various capacities. But she is not turned away by the road. She takes up as many as 5 different jobs in a span of a year to support herself. In fact, her companions help her find some of them. She gives back by helping a group raise gas money.
Trying to make some gas money for some...
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I think these are really nice ones. Look at that work.
Fern meets some lovely people on the road. She gets close to them, especially after spending one-on-one time with them. Be it Linda May, Swanky, Dave, or young Derek. But it is followed by the departure of each one of them. We see her alone after that and mostly lonely. This is very similar to the departure of her husband Bo and the people in the Empire. We see her carry that baggage throughout the film.
I maybe spent too much of my life just remembering Bob.
However, she learns through nature, road, and her companions that no matter what, we meet the departed later on in life. That's why Bob Wells never says goodbye, but rather,
I'll see you down the road. And I do.
this helps her let go of her baggage. This is symbolized beautifully by her giving away the stuff she stored back in the Empire, and that begins her journey into healing. Frances McDormand, who plays Fern, lends a part of herself to the film. In fact, the film was written as if Frances never became an actress and she lived her life in the Empire with her husband. The plates that Fern shows Linda actually belongs to Fran, as she's lovingly called. Like in the film, Fran's dad collected these plates in yard sales and gifted it to her. In the scene where Fern talks to Bob Wells about her dead husband, he actually believed that her husband passed away. Frances McDormand actually had to tell him after the scene that she is in fact an actress and her husband is alive. That's how well she blended in with the Nomads.
Find anything interesting? Rocks!
Life, the road, people's experiences do not follow the regular cause and effect pattern like most films suggest. This film manages to visually articulate the ambiguity of life and how things happen. This is the distinct achievement of the film. The events in the film are cyclic yet unpredictable. It's almost like rhythm in music, what most art forms strive to achieve. Fern in the film says, "What's remembered lives." And this film is going to live for a really long time. Let us know what you thought of our take on the film in the comment section down below. This is the first video to release on our channel, so it would really help if you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks, and see you down the road.